everyone, I'm Virginia Dwan, also known as Mandarin Mama. I host a podcast called the Noona Army Podcast where I discuss the particular aspects and challenges of being a middle-aged BTS fan. I'm the entertainment editor for Mochi Magazine as well as a freelance writer and the founder of Brazen Asian, an intimate retreat for Asian, Pacific Islander, and Desi American creatives and influencers. So today I'm going to be reacting to parts of the Japanese album Map of the Soul Journey. I'm not going to react to the songs I've already heard in Korean because sometimes they're usually not that different. And I've actually heard Fake Love Lights and Airplane Part 2 and Idol in Japanese already because they've had it, and also Stay Gold. So I'll only be reacting to Intro, The Calling, Your Eyes Tell, and Outro, The Journey. So yeah, sorry. I just don't think it's that interesting to watch me listen to songs that I've already heard that might just be a little bit different in terms of, obviously it's in Japanese and maybe it sounds different slightly, but I don't know that my ears are so good that I could tell you the nuances or differences. I just heard that Make It Right RM adds a bit more English ad-libs, I think, and then that On, apparently Jungkook's bridge is amazing. But yeah, so but I personally don't find it interesting to watch reactors listen to songs they've already heard. So yeah, I really like BTS's Japanese albums. I think they hit differently. And since I cannot understand either Japanese or Korean, I have no comments on their Japanese pronunciations. So I'm really excited. My favorite Japanese releases are Don't Leave Me, and I really like the intro. I think it's anyway, their Japanese albums are great, so I'm excited. Here we go. So haunting. Oh, this is Intro Calling. Sorry. Sometimes reminds me of calling to that song Let Go. It really reminds me of that. It does sound like Let Go a lot. But I really like their intros. All right, so now I'm going to react to Your Eyes Tell. I've already seen the Japanese, when they did the live performance for Japanese broadcasting, so I really like the song, and I am very excited to hear Your Eyes Tell. Ah, Jin. Oh, it's different than the live version. Wait. Is it different? I love J-Hope on Japanese songs. Oh, V. Does it go on? So full disclosure, I have had this song, the Japanese performance version or live version that they released yesterday, on repeat all day yesterday, and so so obviously I'm pretty familiar with the song. And the thing about JK's Jungkook's latest few releases, like the snippet that we heard of Decal Komani and Your Eyes Tell, this one, and the Still With You, JK is really good at that, like, kind of, I was talking to somebody about it yesterday, like, he has very unexpected melodic choices. Like, I feel like his melody lines, you can't quite guess the progression, and that they're just very hauntingly melancholic and beautiful, and they go very high, and it's just they're very, he's really good at that. It's a different type of style and wistfulness than V's. Like, I feel like V's, like Taehyung's style is a little bit more dreamy, and it's not that these aren't dreamy, but these are very, like, painful, if that makes sense. And so I just really, really I'm so excited for JK's mixtape, if he ever releases it. It's gonna be so good. And it's just, and I've read the lyrics, and they're just so sad, and all I could think of was, like, who hurt him? Who do I have to hurt? Right? And then it's also really funny to me because I don't know if it's true or not, because obviously I don't actually know him, but I feel like Jungkook must be, like, the hugest romantic. Like, he's just so soft, and like his lyrics are just like, it's so sad. His lyrics, he's just like the softest boy, and we want to protect him. And it's so funny to me because I'm like the least, like, I feel like he's like such a romantic person. Like, it's all about like, oh, he'll meet this person again, and like just that sweeping feel of longing and missing somebody, and just this all-consuming type of love. And I am the least romantic person on earth. Like, I don't love anyone that much except BTS, and that's because I don't actually know them. But like, I love my husband, I love my children, but I don't love anybody as much as like the lyrics in the song would be like. If I lost my children, I would like go crazy. But you know, if my husband died, you know, I'd be sad, and you know, knock on wood. And I don't like thinking about it, and I don't enjoy that topic. But you know, I would move on. I would, you know, have to take care of my kids, and then life would move on. Collect that insurance money, and I sound like a horrible person, and it's because I am. Because I feel like I don't love anybody that much, and I don't think that's actually. I don't personally think that's a good thing to like be consumed by somebody. But it does make great music, and I don't believe in soulmates. I don't believe that there's just one person for everybody. I don't believe there's just one person for you. I think there's a lot of people with whom we're compatible, and I totally. But I feel like this is like a soulmate song. Like, I don't, and I don't begrudge people that kind of romance. I think it's kind of cool that some people are like that, and I'm just not that type of person whatsoever. But I love this song, and you guys have heard way too much about me. But yeah, I really love this song, and I really like the studio version. I think we couldn't hear Suga's part as well in the live version. I thought he was singing on the live version, like his singing rap thing. But maybe I just confused his part with J-Hope's. But J-Hope's part, J-Hope on Japanese albums, his singing rap is just so good. All right. It was so good. And all right, so next is Outro The Journey. Oh. Just had it hot. So, here's my thought. I feel like the intros and outros of all their Japanese albums sound as if they belong on their like VCRs. So whenever they have those like big videos, intros, like I feel like that's what their intros and outros on their Japanese albums sound like. Because they're always very like mysterious sounding, or they sound kind of like they're calling back to previous songs of theirs, or pulling melodies and like lyrics and like kind of like that echoey reverb effect, or like underwater effect of the songs that are either on this album or previous songs. So I think that's why they remind me of their VCRs, because the VCRs usually introduce their songs or connect moods or whatever, and I feel like that's what the Japanese intros and outros make me feel like. So yeah, I'm going to be listening to this album. I already bought it. I was really impatient. I know I should have bought them like individually, but I didn't realize that. I was just too impatient. I pre-ordered it. So I apologize. I still got my money, whatever. And so, yeah, did I totally mess up by not listening to all the other songs in Japanese? I don't know. But But yeah, I hope you guys are staying safe and are well, and I'll see you guys next time.